This is Dr. Bronson of Major Games. I'm here with Micah Remus. Micah finished 4th place at the Lenexa Regional, running Constellars. This is his second invite, first top, and so we're going to go ahead and do kind of a double deck profile. You ran the same deck at St. Louis and Kansas City, right?
Correct.
And where did you finish at St. Louis?
St. Louis, I got like, what, 24th, I think?
All right. So we'll go ahead and run through the deck and talk about the 3 regionals here. All right.
Start off triple Pollux, standard, and triple Caus. I mean, it's basic. Triple Sombre, also standard, awesome top deck. Double Algieri, not really standard. Most people run 3. I should have, because I was running Sheraton, and I cut it for Sheraton. And I don't like Sheraton, so I don't know why I ran it. Because it gives your opponent turn to set up, which kind of sucks. Double Maxi, should have run Veilers instead.
Why didn't you run the Veilers? Why did you decide to go Maxi over Veilers?
Okay, so I'm not very good at deck building. Like, I don't really read formats really well, and my friend Nathan here, who's much better at deck building, was like, oh yeah, Maxi's good this format. So I was like, okay, I'll run Maxi.
That was a month ago.
No, it wasn't. It was like a week. It was like a week before, and then
a week before the St. Louis one, which was a month ago.
Yeah, I had a...
Whatever. I don't think that's right, but whatever. Anyway, but he didn't tell me he switched to Veilers, and so I didn't switch to Veilers because I just don't really deck build very well. So yeah. 1 Honest because lights. 1 Bear because you run triple Tinky and he's really good for popping stuff. 1 Thunder King, lights, and he's just really, really good. Triple Tinky, search out Caus, consistency is, really good. Double MST, this was my really only read on the format of artifacts are a thing. I'll run him at 1 less MST because I don't want to hit artifacts. Didn't see any artifacts. So that wasn't super great, but whatever. It wasn't really a hindrance not having the 3rd one. Double Soul Charge. This card's pretty good. I like it. I'm not sure if I might cut down to 1, but it was decent. Like, I mean, grabbing a 1 of Sombre is nice and whatnot. So I like in this deck, especially because you can play these bounce even if you can't attack.
Yeah.
2 Lance, protection of Pleiades. Dark Hole and Book, kind of staple spells, just run them. And a Rhoda for consistency again.
Trap lineup.
Double Wiretap, protection for Pleiades.
Do you like the wiretaps or do you like the 7 tools over the wiretaps?
Okay.
Been quite the conversation as of late.
So I'm the one who brought up this whole 7 tools versus wiretaps thing. Personally, I think that if you're not running Soul Charge, in this deck anyway, like 7 tools better. Now the reason is because like Torrent and Bottomless, not Warning as much, but Torrent and Bottomless, especially Torrent, really suck. A lot. And I don't like shuffling them back in the deck because you can't know that they don't have it. They may draw into it again. And so I like the knowledge of knowing what my opponent can and can't have. So for me, the 7 tools and sending it to the grave is really nice for me because I can be like, okay, he can't have this back row. It kind of just helps me make my plays better. Now, Nathan thinks it's Wiretap, and he's a better player than me, so I mean, he probably is right. But that's just my opinion, so I suppose. Alright. But Wiretap's still really good if you're running Soul Charge, especially. I'd say run Wiretap. Double Breakthrough. Yeah, I used to run triple Fiendish, but read on the format artifacts,
Yeah.
So they were fine, I guess. They weren't great because they were a breakthrough. Fiendish would have been better in all those situations. Safe zone, protection for Pleiades, and yeah, it's safe zone. It's good. 1 Fiendish because I didn't want to cut all 3 of them together. 1 Decree because you can bounce back and it's really good and traps suck.
It seems kind of like a good tech choice on your part.
Yeah, it's nice because back row really hurts me. A lot of Constellar people run 1. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure AJ ran 2 main deck, but it's really good. I had an issue with it once, with it clogging, but it wasn't too big a deal, and I didn't really misplay from it. It was just annoying. But it's pretty good because back row sucks a lot for this deck. 1 Blackhorn because it's really, really good. It's stuff like Honor Arc, which you can't, bottom this or Torrent really. So it's really nice, and I just don't like stuff getting on the field, so it's really good. Bottomless and Torrent and Warning. I'm not running Compulse. I should be running Compulse. Another thing is I wasn't running Compulse because like the format before it wasn't like amazing because there was the whole Fire Fist thing. So that wasn't like super nice. So I wasn't running it, and then I just forgot to put it in. I wasn't even planning on going to Kansas City actually because I already had my invite, and I didn't think I'd top 8. I was gonna go see Godzilla instead, but oh well. Nathan needed a ride, so since he gave me a ride to St. Louis, I decided to give him a ride. That's the main deck. Extra deck, 1 and 7 because it's Constellars, so it's kind of like a must.
You have to run it, yeah.
Double Omega. I like double, not 1, because I'm a really very conservative, cautious player, and so back row really scares me. And even with all that protection, I still almost always go into Omega because I love Omega, and he's just really good. Double Pleiades, because Pleiades is the heart of the deck. Not 3, because I don't think it's necessary with all the protection I run for him.
Yeah.
1 Shark Fortress. It's for the OTK. I never went into the OTK. I don't really like Shark Fortress personally, but if you get the OTK, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna cut him. 1 Diamond Dire. This card's really good, but I don't like it personally. Just because, I don't know. For me, unlike other decks that are able to bring cards a lot, it's basically a 2-for-1. It's not like Gear where you can 1-for-1. It's a 2-for-1. So for me, I personally don't like it, and I never went into it. I went into it once, but it didn't even go off, so it wasn't really relevant. So yeah.
All right.
1 Cowboy, Staple XCs. 1 Zenmayo. Zenmayo is pretty good. I went into once, but it's destroying 2 back row is really nice, or just 2 sets. It's really good against the Gear matchup where you can hit an armor and a back row. So I really like that, and it's just in situations it can be super awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, getting plussing is always good. Tyrus, because he's really awesome too. I like him because he can't be hit by the Bottomless or Torn. And basically you can get 2 cards off the field with him, which is really nice. 1 Persepe, get over Leo. Yeah, Bumblebee. 1 Abyss Dweller. All kinds of decks, Mermails, stuff like that. Volcasaurus for the Volcasaurus Gaia Dragon Charger thing. It's awesome. My favorite card in the X-Ray. This won me so many games, and I love this card. I am actually going to bump this up to 2 cards because I don't like the fact that you have to save it for the Volcasaurus.
Gotcha.
1 Honor Arc, lastly. It's Honor Arc, it's really, really good. Kind of staple.
Yep.
Side deck, 1 MST. I was only maining 2, so of course I'm citing 1 of them. D-Fisher, Macro, and Soul Drain because they're really, really good, and you kind of run those 3. Debunks kind of goes along with the Macro and D-Fisher and Soul Drain. They get rid of stuff like, Mermails and whatnot, and Boojins especially. Imperial Iron Wall, this was for if I don't know, Dragon was or a thing, or I don't really know. I never used this card, but I just kind of didn't really check out my deck at all before this week.
Gotcha.
1 Royal Decree, because it's really good, and trap heavy decks really stink, so I was like, oh, I'll get another Royal Decree, and it just helps me go into XCs and whatnot. Double Overt for Fire Fist, didn't see any, so I never started into it, but it's fine. I'm probably going to cut them, but whatever. Blackhorn for decks that XCs a lot, like the Mirror Match, which I did play, so yeah, Blackhorn's really good. Double Veiler, should have been maining these in place of the Maxi.
Would you have sided the Maxis then?
Yeah,
and
probably.
just swap those
because,
around?
Yeah. I mean, Maxi's still good. 1 Fossil Dyna. I kind of wanted to run 2, actually, because once again, the read on artifacts was, this card's really, really good against artifacts.
Yeah.
But, 1 was fine. I think I only really used it once against, Gear Car Curry, which was fine, I guess. It wasn't really that relevant. So yeah, that's the deck.
Between the 2 regionals, what were some of your harder matchups?
Oh, let me remember back to St. Louis. St. Louis.
And you don't have to worry about that one as much as you don't want to.
Kansas State, let me think. My hardest matchup was the mirror match. I played AJ Jones. He's pretty good.
I've heard he's pretty decent.
Yeah, just a bit. We win game 3, and he was just game 1. He had the answers. Game 2, I had the answers. Kind of who went first. Game 3, he was just the better player. He grinded me out. Was just better. Other than that, Boojins
Drop the wolf bark on you.
Oh yeah, yeah. He
was he main decking that?
Yeah, he was main decking 1 wolf bark, and it was kind of weird. But
That's AJ for you.
I mean, he's a much better player than I am, so he would know what's good and what's not more than I would. But yeah, it was kind of weird.
All right.
I don't really know what to say to Wolfhard.
Any changes to the deck you'd want to make?
There's actually, I want to make a call. I definitely want to add Compulse. I want to add 2 Morale Text and Sanctums. There's a lot of changes.
Gotcha. Are you planning on running this come Nationals, or are you going to just test out and see what you think?
I don't think I'm going to run it. I'll probably end up running either a Geargia or, depending on how like sacky it turns out to be, maybe the Light Swarm Dragon Rulers.
Gotcha.
It can be a bit inconsistent, but it's really, really sacky. So, like, that's kind of what I'm planning on. Probably Geargia, though, because it's cheap and not that hard to get.
That works. So, all right.
So, yeah, a couple shout-outs to Nathan, who walked off over there.
There he is. Wave, Nathan. There, Nathan waved again.
Yeah, he helps me with a lot of my deck builds and stuff because I'm just not that great at deck building. Shout out to Jesse.
Woohoo! I got a shout out.
Yeah, he taught me a lot of stuff, so he's pretty good. Not as good as me.
He's a scrub.
He's
Dr. Bronson is a scrub at this game.
Definitely. Yeah, that's how I became so good.
Don't forget your ride.
Right.
Give a big shit.
I'm a chauffeur.
That's my dad. He's pretty awesome. He drives me everywhere. It's pretty great.
So, all right. Well,
and then shout out to Magelines. It's an awesome locals. You should totally come down because the more the merrier. So yeah.
all right. Well, congratulations again. Good luck at Nationals. We'll be cheering for you.